The one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D, live on Team GRF TV. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on. And yo, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 8, Episode number 3, The Maud Couple. We needed this episode for multiple reasons. And by we, I mean us as the viewer, Pinkie Pie as a character, Maud as a character, and introducing Mudbrow. We needed all that. I'm going somewhere with this. Let me run this, alright? Someone like Pinkie Pie, who has had trouble with relationships like this in the past, of understanding that, you know, when the focus isn't all about her, she gets a little weird about it. And it's just one of Pinkie's behavior quirks that, you know, that as a fan of the character you get used to. And this was just another example of her feeling left out because she didn't quite understand what it was her sister saw in the person that she's dating. And I know a lot of us have run into that, where you see somebody, one of your homeboys or your family members, sit up here and date somebody, and you wonder, like, what in the hell do you see in them, and how and why? Sometimes it's just that you learn later in the episode when Marble and Limestone help her to see that, yo, what you see is surface. Other people see what's beyond and see what makes them happy. And sometimes you are just exactly right, and that person is just a very, very bad person, and that person you care about should have no business being around them in any way. This is not such a case. This is more of a case of just Pinkie not really understanding, like, really, like, what her sister has really done for her, and trying to understand that, yo, this is my sister, this is how she is, and I'm just willing, you know what I'm saying, to roll with the punches just to keep her happy. But is that Pinkie gets a chance to evolve that relationship with her sister, because there's someone there to highlight, you know, that the things that you think that she's into, she's only doing it for these reasons, and ultimately coming to and understanding and respecting that a person needs their space. That Maud isn't the person you think you are. And for seasons, Pinkie has been forcing her whatever on her sister. And this was going to come to a head at some point. I'm glad that it came to a head in a way that furthers Maud as a character, that gives Pinkie Pie a chance to evolve, and gives the viewer something to learn. It's that we have to learn to look beyond what is superficial and learn to respect the decisions of others. Pinkie Pie completely, utterly disagreed until the end of the episode with Maud dealing with Mudbrow, but it makes Maud happy. Now, if this was a situation where in real life where somebody is dating someone horrible and nasty and possibly shitty, then it becomes different. But this is a children's cartoon, so I really don't think we're going to get the episode where Mudbrow is uppercutting Maud across a screen or something. I don't think we're going to get that, and it's never going to happen. It was in the middle of all this. You had Starlight trying to sit up here and explain to Pinkie, and Pinkie just wasn't hearing anything Starlight had to say, even though Starlight was telling the truth and trying to get her to understand, like, yo, this is your sister, but you were only seeing her in one dimension, while all of us see her in multiple dimensions, because we're not trying to force our beliefs upon her and letting Maud be who she is. It is probably in this. It's that, again, like I said, this is a real evolutionary moment for Pinkie, for real, as a character. And you would really think that really understanding, like, because I don't know if the show, if the show is ever going to get around to having Pinkie understand that sometimes Pinkie can be a little forceful. Like, and that's good and bad, because sometimes we need a little push, and a character like Pinkie and people we know like Pinkie are there to give you a little push, and sometimes you don't really need that, and it's out of place and out of the way a little bit. And I really hope that this is an episode that the writers take to really understand that, you know, maybe Pinkie shouldn't be so forceful sometimes, and really be able to become more of a character who can read the room. And that even comes with her relationship, that because, yes, well, again, like I said, 4 seasons, Pinkie Pie has been pushing her weight upon her sister, and Ma has just been a good sister, just going along with the punches. Like, okay, surprise party, okay, let's meet up here, let's do this when it's not what I really want. And I really hope, again, like I said, that not only this evolves the Pinky as a character, furthers Maud as a character, but evolve the relationship between two sisters. And even with Limestone and Marble coming in and being like, yo, like, you really need to legitimately understand this. That we love you, but you need to see this from a whole different dimension than the way you were looking straight at it. Oh, and also that part about opposite day was dumb. That whole opposite day part was stupid. Like, stupid funny. And I'm just like, you finna go here show for real? Like, but I'm glad that this was an episode that happened, because like I say, y'all know our time with this show is limited, and they really don't have a lot of opportunities left to continue to further these characters in a meaningful way. Now that I remember, there was one more thing that happened in this episode. We have a brand new intro, which really shows again the evolution of this show. Even though I was finna say something, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. I'm going to keep that to myself because there's no reason for me to mention that in any way. 0, 0, 0. I shouldn't mention that. I was going to say something, but I'm not gonna say anything. All I'm saying, for real, all I'm saying is we have seen a lot of growth. A whole lot of growth. And in that the intro, you know what? I'm stalling and I'm walking around. I'm just gonna say it. Why in the end, when the princesses get the picture, where the homie Sunburst at? Like, I thought he was sitting up here, like I thought he was Flurry Hard Godfather. He gets zero love. I'm like, my dude Sunburst. You was supposed to be Starlight Glimmers have, like, what do they call that ship? I would Google it, but I don't know if we should do that. But the new intro is great. And I'm gonna be for real and tell you why. The intro is great for the same exact reason this episode was great. We have gone on adventures for 8 seasons with these characters. And finally, the intro takes its time. Like, it's been slowly building up. Like, every season, the picture Princess Celestia changes. And then at some point, Luna was there. And then now it's the whole squad, the whole family in there. You got a whole bunch of guards in there chilling. No Sunburst. He gets no love. And it's like, yo, we got a school now. And, you know, Fluttershy and done this. And, you know, Rainbow Dash running with the Wonder Bolts. And, you know, Rarity doing her thing. And Pinkie Pie with a party can. And Rarity doing Rarity stuff. And, you know, Spike would be down with that. I'm just like, yo. Growth, baby. Growth. GROWTH. Spelling lesson. Growth. Wonderful, great episode. And I'm really glad that, you know, that this show is still willing to evolve these characters, and that also we're not going to be stuck at school all season. That, you know, that the show has time to be, we don't have to be at school every day. We can still do slice of life. We can still evolve these characters and still introduce new ones too. So, wonderful, great episode. I'll be back later this afternoon because it shouldn't have took me a whole week to review this episode, and maybe I can review an episode on time. I don't know. You'll just have to wait and find out. Scat, Skittle, Skabobble. You know who it is. It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks Song. And with that being said, I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.